Just to let you know, I hope you weren't planning on having a big happy wedding with a bunch of people. Because no one is going to come, not one single person. Like, who would actually want to go to your wedding? Go watch some fat, ugly woman stumble down the aisle in a poorly fitting white dress? No thanks. Everything about you is ugly. Your face is ugly. Your body is ugly. Even your name is ugly. Like Millie. Oof, yuck. It makes me want to puke just saying it. You were doomed to be ugly forever the second your idiot parents gave you that ugly name.
I see. Thank you for your input, Tina. I'll take it into consideration. Is there anything else you'd like to say to me? If not, then let's keep this short. If you don't want to come to my wedding, then don't come. I wasn't planning on even sending you an invitation, but you kept pestering me to invite you, so I sent one out just to get you to leave me alone. I still haven't received your RSVP, and since it's past the deadline, you won't have a seat anyway. Okay, so we're done here. I'll go ahead and take my leave here.
Oh, that stupid invitation! I didn't even look at that thing. I just threw it straight in the trash the moment it came in the mail. Honestly, I wish I could get the time back that I spent throwing it away. Such a waste of time. Man, why did I have to be cursed with having such an ugly girl for a high school classmate? My friends at other schools didn't have any classmates as ugly as you. I wonder if there's a support group for people like me. It would be nice to be able to share my experience with people who understand what I'm going through.
You were complaining about spending a few seconds throwing away my wedding invitation. But now you're spending whole minutes thinking to yourself out loud via text? I really don't get what's going on here. Yeah, we were high school classmates, but that doesn't mean you have to come to my wedding. It certainly doesn't mean I have to invite you. If you didn't want to come, then all you had to do was say, I don't want to come. Or you could have not asked for an invite in the first place. But anyway, like I said, I was never planning on you coming, so it's not really a big deal.
Excuse me? Where do you get off talking to me like that? I was not just your classmate, I was your only friend in our class. It's not like anyone else was willing to spend time with you.
I have no idea why you would think that you were my only friend.
I mean, I wasn't I? We went to elementary school together too. Ever since I first met you in kindergarten, I was like, oh my god, this girl is ugly. You stayed that way all the way through high school, and thanks to your horrendously bad looks, no one ever wanted to be your friend. And then when we got into high school, yikes, your life just went from bad to worse. All the other girls hit puberty, so we were all getting more feminine and beautiful. But you were just getting uglier and uglier. No one wanted to talk to you or even look at you. If not for me, you would have gone through all 4 years of high school never talking to anyone.
Yeah, let's talk about my high school experience, shall we? You know better than anyone the reason that I had so much trouble making friends in high school. It's because you were spreading all sorts of nasty rumors about me. Did you think I didn't know?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I legitimately thought you were my friend during elementary and middle school. But then I was about to tell the boy I had a crush on that I liked him, and I told you about it. Then you started spreading one rumor after another, saying stuff like I wet my pants, that my parents were in jail, and so on. And congratulations, Tina, you got the desired effect out of that. Ever since then, it became next to impossible for me to make any new friends.
Did I do that? I guess I forgot. But really, Millie, you can't blame me for that. If everyone believed all those rumors, that just means that they never liked you that much to begin with. And another thing, you had no business telling Colton that you liked him. Colton was an absolute dreamboat. He was the hottest boy in our class.
Yeah, I'm sure you think that. In any case, I now know for sure why you did it.
Huh? What do you mean?
It's because you had a crush on Colton. I was under the impression that we were on friendly enough terms that he would have been honest with me about that. But again, now I know that you never actually saw me as a friend. You always thought you were better than me. So why would you tell me about something as personal as what boy you had a crush on? A lot of time has passed since then, but I still remember vividly how painful things were for me.
I literally have no clue what you're talking about. Stop making stuff up about me. Anyway, congratulations on getting married. I guess miracles really do happen. Because it's nothing short of a miracle for an ugly girl like you to find a boy willing to marry them.
Tina, don't you think it's about time you stopped making fun of people for their appearance? We're not in high school anymore, or even in college. We're both 30. And another thing, stop pretending like you were my friend. You weren't. Just be honest, admit you hate me, and let's go our separate ways.
Oh no, you do not want to go our separate ways. Trust me. What would you do without me? Well, anyway, I hope you enjoy your wedding, even without any guests.
Right. Thanks, Tina. I hope you enjoy not coming to my wedding. Wow, Colton! You are never gonna believe the totally unexpected news I just got. Tina's not gonna come to our wedding.
Oh no! You're kidding. I can't believe it. You mean our class's official mean girl won't come to our wedding? Oh, say it ain't so.
Colton, I think I've had about enough of her. I think it's time to cut her off.
Let me guess. Did she do her whole typical you're ugly and fat routine?
How did you guess? I've been putting up with it until now. But I don't see any reason why I should keep putting up with it any longer.
We've seen the way you two have interacted since back when we were still in school. And I have to say, it honestly seems like she's dependent on you. Like, she's the one who couldn't go on without you.
I don't know. It doesn't really seem like an issue of dependency to me. It just feels like a good old-fashioned case of she hates my guts for no good reason. Well, do you think she's acting so much worse than usual because she found out we were getting married?
Nah, I don't think that has anything to do with it. I talked to her parents a while back, and apparently she's getting married herself.
Wow, really? She is?
Yeah, I was just as shocked as you when I heard about her wedding. And even more shocked when I heard about the date for her wedding. It seems like the company is in a bit of a hard spot right now. And we didn't really talk much, but... well, I was thinking the same way as you. It might be time to cut them off.
Wait, you too? What do you mean?
Aw, you poor thing. It must be so lonely over there looking out over a completely empty chapel while you stand alone at the altar.
What are you talking about, Tina?
I know this is gonna come as a huge surprise, but the truth is, today is my wedding too.
Oh, is that what this is about? Yeah, I already heard about that.
Aw, come on. Seriously? Who told you? I was trying to make it a surprise.
A surprise?
The best surprise ever. I planned my wedding for the same day as yours and got all of your guests to come to my wedding instead.
Huh?
Just think about it for a second. You'll understand. Imagine you're a normal person who got 2 wedding invites, one from me and one from you, both for the same day. Which one do you think they're gonna want to go to? They're obviously gonna pick me. You know, the beautiful one.
What are you going on about this time, Tina?
Isn't it ironic? There are 2 weddings happening on the very same day in the very same town. One for a fat and ugly woman destined for a life of misery. And one for an awesome, fun, cool, hot, sexy woman destined for happiness, fulfillment, wealth, and fame. Did I ever tell you about my husband, Travis? He's a CEO, you know. I would never settle for anything less. A girl with a high-class upbringing like me deserves only the cream of the crop.
Wait a second. Travis, as in Travis Sheltner? The CEO of the Sheltner Corporation?
The one and only. I'm not surprised you know about him. He's pretty famous. So you see, we're gonna be the happiest couple to have ever lived. So yeah, I hope you have all the fun that you can in your empty chapel.
Okay, and so you're saying that you invited all the same guests that we did?
I sure did, and they're all gonna come to my wedding instead of yours. You will have 0 guests today. Count them, 0. Isn't it a crazy coincidence that our weddings were both scheduled on the same day? Sorry about that. Oh, and I'm also sorry for stealing all your wedding guests. I just can't help being so beautiful and charming.
All of our guests are already here.
What?
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about, Tina. All of our guests have checked in already. And my wedding is about to start, so I can't talk anymore. But I hope your wedding is as nice as you imagined it would be.
Wait, that can't be right. There's no way they're all there. I invited all of our friends from middle school and high school. I know I didn't miss anyone. So there's no reason they would be over at your wedding. They should all be on their way here.
Huh. Well, if that's the case, then maybe you invited different people than we did after all. Anyway, I really gotta go now. Enjoy your wedding.
Okay, I want answers, and I want them now. What did you do, Millie? Why didn't anyone come to our wedding?
I don't really think I need to explain that to you.
Yeah? Yeah, you do! What's going on? It's obvious that everyone would choose to come to my wedding instead of yours. It's the rational choice. Like, how could your stupid wedding possibly be more fun than mine? I'm beautiful, charming, charismatic. I'm the total package.
And the fact that you talk that way about yourself is precisely why everyone gets turned off by you.
Excuse me? What do you mean by that?
I mean that I think everyone is sick and tired of your pompous attitude and fake kindness. We've all been tired of you since way back in high school. It's like, yeah, sure, you are pretty and you were born into a wealthy family, but the way you constantly talk up yourself and talk down everyone else, it's just too much to handle. I think you made a fatal mistake when you planned your wedding to be on the same date as mine. Because all the people that you invited to your wedding chose to come to mine instead. All you did was set yourself up for a sad and lonely wedding.
This is unbelievable! There was no way they would all go to your wedding. How could I have seen that coming? And you're getting married to Colton? That's just not possible!
Well, it is possible, apparently, since, you know, it's happening right now. Colton's the CEO of the biggest company in the area now, and all of our friends knew that. So I was sure from the start that all of our old friends would be coming to our wedding. And since your fiancé's debt problems have been making news lately, I don't know, I figured it was obvious that not many people would be comfortable going to your wedding.
Wait a second, what did you say? My fiancé's debt problems?
The Sheltner Corporation has been in dire financial straits for quite some time now. Everyone in the industry knows about that, but it's getting to the point that the general public, in particular people from our town, are talking about it too. And I know he was probably marrying you in hopes to get your parents' company to bail him out, but the unfortunate thing for him is that they're in the exact same position he is. So, I don't know, maybe they're planning on joining forces to help each other out of the death spiral they're in.
Wait, this is all a load of bullcrap! This has got to be some stupid story you're making up to try and scare me.
You sure did a good job of scaring us, that's for sure. All of a sudden, the doors to the chapel fly open. Then in you came, screaming all sorts of profanities at the top of your lungs, wearing a white dress of your own. And for the record, we have security camera footage of you breaking those vases in the foyer. You're going to be sent a bill for those soon.
How dare you expect me to pay for those after what you did to me? My wedding was ruined thanks to you.
I'm sorry, who ruined whose wedding now? Which one of us stormed into the other's wedding, breaking things and threatening guests? That was you, Tina. Though I should say, while we were shocked, it wasn't very surprising, given what we all know about you. Combine your already bad personality with the fact that your fiancé's business is going under, and it's totally understandable that you would be going berserk like you did. But blaming me for that? Sorry, I'm not gonna let that slide.
So let me get this straight. You mean Travis's business really is going bankrupt? And you're really getting married to Colton? I don't believe that for a second. I can't believe that. You were the single ugliest girl in our class by far in high school. No boys were interested in you, even the fat and ugly ones. So why the hell are you and Colton getting married right now? Like, how long have you been dating? When did this all start? You had no right to date him while hiding it from me.
Tell me, Tina, why should I have to report to you about my life? I had a crush on Colton since we were in high school. You knew that. But after you did your best to get in my way, I lost the nerve to tell him how I felt. So there I was, a heartbroken teenage girl, her hopes crushed by a mean-spirited bully. All I could do was hold back my feelings, keep my mouth shut, and pretend I never liked him in the first place.
How in the world did you go from that to freaking marrying him?
The truth is, me and Colton actually started dating before we graduated.
What? You're making that up.
Why would I make something like that up? Lord knows you would never believe that. If I was going to lie, it would have to be way more believable. Like I was saying, I bottled up my feelings, and thanks to you, most of our classmates started pretending I didn't exist. But not Colton. He was the only person who took an interest in me. Right before graduation, we were riding the same bus home together, and he came to my seat, sat down beside me, and whispered in my ear that he wanted to go out with me.
What? No way! Nuh-uh, not true, never! Colton, the hot, talented, smart, coolest boy in our class, asked you, the ugliest, fattest, lamest, dumbest girl in our class, out on a date? I didn't think Colton was into fat girls or ugly girls.
I hate to interrupt your string of uncreative insults, but shouldn't you be busy, getting married?
I wish! Thanks to you, my wedding got canceled! I kind of threw a fit when I realized that no one was coming to our wedding, and that really turned Travis off to me. And my mom and dad are even mad at me! And it's all your fault!
Exactly what part of all of that is my fault, pray tell? It sounds to me like the obvious consequences of your bad decisions. So you're gonna have to explain that to me.
Oh my god, I just got a text from Travis. He's telling me he wants to break up with me. You're behind this too, aren't you? Did you convince him to break off our engagement? How could you do this to me?
I didn't do anything, Tina. I'm really perplexed how you can go through all of today's events and still be blaming everyone but yourself for your problems. But, unlike you, I have a wedding that I've been busy attending to. I haven't had the time to talk your fiancé into divorcing you. Plus, about no one coming to your wedding, I really don't know what made you think that everyone was going to come. You never even sent out any wedding invitations, did you?
What are you talking about? I sent out invitations. I did it on Instagram. Like paper invitations? Yuck, those things are so 2000 and late. This is the digital millennium, girlfriend. So I posted a picture of an invitation to my timeline and tagged all my friends. That's just as good as sending an invitation in the mail.
Yeah, I remember you posting that. I believe you captioned it something like, "Hey there, losers. Who wants to come to the wedding for the hottest girl, Every single one of you, that's who. So show up at my wedding or else." What did you think people were going to do with that?
Well, if they weren't going to come, they would have messaged me saying so, right? But no one messaged me at all. So I figured that meant that everyone was going to come. That's what any rational person would assume.
Haven't you ever heard what they say about assuming? You sure proved the old adage correct. And look, I know that this doesn't have anything at all to do with me, but I would highly suggest that you go to Travis and have a real heart-to-heart conversation with him. In the meantime, however, you would be well served to give up trying to shove the blame onto me for what happened today. I guess happened isn't really the best word to describe it because it's more simply what you did. You chose to schedule your wedding on the same date as mine. You chose to invite people in the least effective way imaginable. You chose to storm over to my wedding and trash the place. All the shame that you're feeling right now, you heaped on yourself. I'm done with you, so please don't try to talk to me anymore.
Whoo boy, it's story time, Millie. It looks like things are only going from bad to worse for our special little wedding crasher.
Uh-oh, what's going on with Tina now?
Well, her parents were in a pretty precarious financial position as of late. I think now that they were the ones who were actually counting on Shelter Corporation to bail them out. But it seems that Shelter Corporation was in a much worse financial position than anyone else thought. Travis is going to be declaring bankruptcy any day now. And so, Tina's parents have made the incredibly difficult decision to give her the boot.
Whoa, you mean they're kicking her out of the house?
That's what it seems like, yeah. It was a pretty straightforward, rational decision, honestly. She was having a negative influence on our business relationship just by living in her parents' house.
Yeah, I remember that you and her parents were talking about some kind of business partnership. What's happening with that? Is it still gonna work out?
Well, it's looking to be less like a partnership and more like just a buyout. The company is still going to keep its name and most of its employees, but management is going to be handed over entirely to us. That means that Tina and her family aren't going to be able to live as large as they have been until now.
Wow, that's gonna be rough on Tina. They've spoiled her rotten for as long as I can remember. And now her only lifeline is cutting her off. Yikes.
Just remember, you don't need to feel bad for her, because it's 100% her fault. Every single decision she's made recently has brought her closer to this outcome. So don't worry about her well-being. She doesn't deserve that.
No, trust me, it's not that I was worried about her well-being or anything. I'm just thinking, I really, really hope that she doesn't do anything crazier than the wedding, you know?
Speaking of weddings, it seems like her fiancé had some problems of his own.
You're talking about his debts, right?
No, I'm talking about another problem entirely. He went and blew the lid on himself, though, so he and Tina are heading towards divorce. They're right in the middle of hashing that out right now, and it's a real mess. I think his parents might just make the very brave decision to abandon him to the wolves pretty soon. I mean, I'm sure that as his parents, it pains them to see him go through this, but still.
This is all just one avalanche of drama. Frankly, I'd prefer if I never had to hear anything about any of them ever again. Most of all, I really would prefer to not get dragged into it. I just want to wake up tomorrow morning and they'll all have just vanished into thin air. If only.
Everything that's happening to me right now is your fault, Millie. You're just jealous of me because you're fat and ugly, but I'm hot and sexy. Well, I hope you're happy with yourself. I'm losing everything because of your jealousy. My parents told me I'm on my own from now on, even though they knew I was relying on their support to get by. And my fiancé is breaking up with me just a few days after what was supposed to be our wedding day. This shouldn't be happening to me. I was born as the beautiful daughter of a wealthy family. I was supposed to have life on easy mode. How much more are you gonna take away from me, Millie? You're nothing but a bully, a fat, mean, jealous bully.
For the love of God, Tina, will you give it a rest already? Stop blaming me for all of your problems. Your parents and Colton had a really important business relationship. They couldn't keep going without his support. But you have done immense damage to their reputation with your self-destructive rampage, and you were showing no signs of stopping. They only did what they felt they had to as business owners. You can't fault them for that. Also, I understand that your mom finally talked to my mom about you and me. She actually thought we were friends, that we were inseparable buddies. But then my mom told her about what you did to me in high school, and she went pale as a ghost. So between the fact that you've been lying to her about us for years, your pompous, self-centered attitude, and the damage you did to their business, it doesn't surprise me at all that even your mom finally had enough of you. The fact that you have systematically alienated everyone around you is your own doing, Tina.
Don't act like you know anything about what I'm going through right now. You couldn't possibly imagine the pain of losing everything. I even found out that Travis was lying to me. Can you believe that? He always acted like he was the perfect man, a total gentleman who loved me to death. But that wasn't true. Nothing he told me was true. He had another girlfriend. He was cheating on me.
Yeah, I heard about that. You apparently weren't the only woman he was engaged to, and he decided that he's going to marry his other fiancée. It's a bit of a messy situation, but it looks like this is going to save the Sheltner Corporation. His new fiancée's dad is a pretty wealthy guy who's going to provide Travis with much-needed funding.
He was only ever interested in using me. His plan was to marry me so he could buy out my parents' company. Then he would use my parents' company's connection to Colton's company in order to save his own. He's such a creep. He was seeing her the entire time we were engaged. And now I find out he always liked her more anyway. He only proposed to me because he thought that I would be the better financial decision. He was planning to keep his affair going with her too. This sucks.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like you're not having a very fun time of things right now, but I don't know what you want me to do about it. Maybe you could look at the bright side? You got to spend several months engaged to a guy who at least acted like a perfect gentleman around you.
Look at the bright side? Are you insane? My fiancé was lying to me, using me to pay off his debt, and cheating on me the whole time. Exactly how am I supposed to look at the bright side of all that?
What do you want me to say, Tina? I honestly don't know why you're even talking to me about all of this in the first place. We're not friends. I want nothing more than to never have to speak to you again.
I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Why did everyone go to your wedding instead of mine? You never had any friends in high school. You were a massive loser.
I can answer that. Because of the rumors you spread about me, I worked twice as hard as everyone else in order to be accepted. I started exercising, I learned to play the piano, I did a whole bunch of stuff to improve myself and my self-image. The thing that paid off the most for me, though, was when I started fiddling around with graphic design. I worked hard to refine my skills, and I managed to work my way up in the industry, to the point that I'm now the owner of my own graphic design company. And one thing that was essential in that success was the support of my friends and family. As I expanded my company, I gained the trust and respect of people who had formerly given me the cold shoulder back in high school. Once we started talking, they realized their mistakes, and we're on pretty friendly terms now. You, however, went to a party school on the other side of the state. Then put your useless degree to work getting part-time jobs that never lasted a month. So I guess you wouldn't have heard about that.
No, I heard you were doing some kind of graphic design thing. But I thought it was just a fake story you spread around to boost your image.
You can think that if you want. But the people you thought were your friends got tired of your attitude and left you behind. Meanwhile, I've worked my hardest to build strong relationships with the people around me, and that hard work is paying dividends. If you're jealous of my success, maybe you should consider doing a little introspection. You've lost your fiancé, your parents, your friends, and your reputation. You're at rock bottom, so there's nowhere to go but up from here. Work hard and start to rebuild your life one step at a time.
I don't want any advice from you.
Okay, then I guess we have nothing to say to each other anymore, and you should stop texting me. You've been nasty to me ever since we were kids. You were so obsessed with tormenting me that you even tried to ruin my wedding by scheduling yours on the same date. But what came out of that? You not only ruined your own wedding, but you ruined your whole life, too. So that went well, huh? I'm going to leave you to deal with the consequences of your actions now. I hope you can do something about your hideously ugly personality. I never talked to Tina again after that. But that's not to say she didn't keep blowing up my phone with calls and texts. I just ignored them. On Colton's advice, I decided to simply turn off notifications from her rather than block her. So she's still screaming into the void, but I'm finally enjoying some peace and quiet. I got some updates about Tina from a friend of mine recently. She was going on an insane shopping spree before her wedding under the assumption that her husband would pay it all off for her. So now she's saddled with a massive load of credit card debt. It's crazy to think how the once great Tina lost her fiancé, her job, her money, and her family. Frankly, I don't have any pity for her at all. She tormented me in high school. She spread false rumors about me, mocked me for being fat and ugly, and kept me from telling my crush that I liked him. You reap what you sow, as they say, and the consequences of Tina's nastiness are finally coming to her. Maybe if she had taken the time to consider how her actions were perceived by others, things might have gone better for her. As for me, between my married life with Colton and my successful business, I'm living my best life every day. I've finally broken free from the chains of my past and am living completely in the present. It's all thanks to the friends and family who supported me along the way. Tina's influence on my life has vanished completely. For her sake, I hope she can change her ways and make a comeback of her own like I did after high school. But even if she does, I don't plan to ever speak to her again. From this moment on, I'm going to completely forget about the bully from my past and focus 100% on building a happy family for myself. My next order of business is to get to work on designing invitations for a baby shower. Whose baby is it? Mine and Colton's, of course. Our baby girl is going to be born next month.
Catherine, is it true you got divorced from your husband?
Yes, but I already explained that when I told everyone about changing back to my maiden name.
Did you tell HR yet?
Yes, I've handled all the necessary paperwork.
But you didn't give us any details. When exactly did it happen?
That's not relevant to work matters.
Everyone's been talking about it, though.
What others discuss is their business.
But you didn't say why. Everyone's been wondering what happened.
That's not something I need to discuss at work.
Did something bad happen? Was it mutual? Did he leave you?
That's all private information, Rachel.
Well, yes, but I just wanted to confirm again to be sure.
Why? This is a private matter, and I don't think it concerns you, Rachel.
But we're so close.
We're colleagues.
But you've been married so long, though. What suddenly changed between you two?
That's not appropriate to discuss here.
I just care about my mentor's well-being. How are you holding up?
I appreciate the concern, but I'd rather focus on work now.
You always dodge personal questions like this.
Rachel, I'm just saying that this isn't appropriate workplace conversation.
But we're like family here. You can tell me anything.
We are colleagues, Rachel, but nothing more.
Is that how you see us?
Yes, that's exact.
After all this time being together?
Our professional relationship hasn't changed.
Oh, really? Just colleagues? Should you be saying that?
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Oh, by the way, I'm getting married.
What? Really?
Yes! Can you believe it? He's absolutely the perfect guy!
Well, that's pretty sudden.
Isn't it amazing, though? He's so successful and mature.
I see.
He has such a good position at his company. And we're actually having the wedding ceremony in 2 months. I'm so sorry to be announcing my happiness at a time when you're dealing with your divorce now. It must be awful to see me so happy.
I don't try to push my unhappiness onto others, but don't you think that way of speaking is quite rude?
Oh, I'm so sorry if I offended you. But what's rude about sharing good news? Isn't this exciting, though? Everyone else was excited for me.
There's sharing news, and then there's gloating.
Gloating? I would never. You're just being sensitive because of your situation.
My situation has nothing to do with your behavior.
Is it wrong to be happy at a time like this?
Being happy isn't the issue.
Maybe if you weren't so cold, your marriage would have worked out.
What? That comment was completely inappropriate.
Sorry, just stating facts.
You're crossing a line.
Anyway, I'll send you a wedding invitation, so please RSVP quickly.
Rachel, what are you planning?
Planning? I'm just being considerate of my senior colleague.
I see. All right.
You'll definitely want to come to this wedding. Trust me.
We'll see.
Catherine, did you receive my invitation?
Yes, I did.
You haven't RSVP'd yet. Don't you know it's proper manners to respond quickly? Have you opened it up yet?
Yes, I have.
Did you read it carefully?
Yes, every word.
And? Aren't you going to congratulate me?
Tell me, what kind of joke is this? Why is my ex-husband listed as your groom when we only divorced recently?
Oh, did you notice that detail?
It was rather hard to miss. At first, I thought it must be someone with the same name, but then you helpfully sent me photos of you two together on WhatsApp.
Surprise successful! I've taken your husband for myself. Those photos turned out so well, didn't they?
What are you trying to accomplish?
Aren't they lovely photos? We look so good together.
You deliberately sent those photos to me. What exactly are you trying to do?
Do you want to see more photos of us?
Just stop this.
I have so many more to share.
That's enough. How long has this been going on?
Long enough for him to realize who he really wants.
Just answer the question.
Why are you so focused on timing?
Because it matters.
Does it though?
You're my subordinate. We've worked together for 2 years.
2 wonderful years of watching you.
Watching me?
I learned so much about you.
What do you mean?
You're quite something yourself, Catherine, being married to such a handsome executive. When I saw him at a client meeting, I had no idea he was your husband.
You knew exactly who he was.
He made quite an impression.
You planned this.
I thought you were too full of yourself, so I decided to take him away.
What? Too full of myself?
The way you carry yourself at work. Always so perfect, so composed. It was irritating.
I'm just doing my job.
You act like you're better than everyone.
I've never acted that way.
Even now, you're trying to be composed.
But this is who I am.
Serves you right, a pathetic old woman over 40 getting betrayed by her husband. That's why I'm inviting you to the wedding ceremony as a thank you for all your help.
Help with what, exactly?
Teaching me everything I needed to know about him, of course. All those times you talked about your husband at work.
I rarely mentioned about him.
But when you did, I remembered everything you said.
I see. You were gathering information about him.
I just listened carefully.
Why are you doing this to me? I don't remember ever doing anything to deserve this from you.
Really? You remember nothing? What about all those times you corrected my work?
every single red mark. That's called editing.
Every single correction. Every single criticism.
That was my job as your supervisor. Just stop this.
It's so funny seeing you lose your composure. You're just so annoying, you know? The perfect career woman who can balance work and family, beloved by everyone. It's fine to be confident, but it's painful to watch. It's entertaining to see someone so high and mighty get shocked like this.
I never intended to act superior. I even put my best effort into training you.
That's exactly why you're so annoying. I'm a cute and delicate girl, but you're always nagging about this and that. Do this report again, check these numbers, follow up with clients properly.
That's called doing your job properly.
You couldn't just let things slide once in a while?
Work requires proper attention.
It's ridiculous that such an old hag had such a hot husband. So, it's only fair that I get a share of your happiness, right?
What? A share of my happiness?
He deserves someone young and fresh. Well, you had him for so long. Time to let someone younger have a turn.
Hey, don't say such ridiculous things.
What's ridiculous about it? He chose me in the end.
That's it. This conversation is over.
Running away? I thought you were stronger than that.
I'm not running away. I'm choosing not to engage with your provocations.
There you go again. That's what I hate most about you. Always so controlled, so above it all.
Goodbye, Rachel.
I'll make sure you never forget this.
Mom, I need to apologize about something today. But first, I have something I want to ask you.
Marcus, why so formal?
It's important.
What is it?
I saw something on your desk that worried me.
What do you mean?
That wedding invitation on your desk? What is it? Did someone send it just to hurt you?
Don't tell me you looked inside that invitation without permission.
I know I shouldn't have.
That was private, you know.
But something just seemed off lately.
What made you think that?
You've been acting different these days.
Different how?
You barely eat dinner anymore.
I've just been busy with work.
You don't sleep well.
Work has been demanding.
You've been looking so down lately. Sarah was worried too. She said you weren't your usual self.
I didn't mean to worry you both.
You always say that.
Because it's true.
But we're not kids anymore.
Marcus.
We notice things now.
I know you do.
You can't protect us forever, Mom.
I'm your mother. It's my job.
We're adults now.
You'll always be my children, though.
I know I shouldn't have, but come on, this is just messed up. Why should you have to be invited to Dad's wedding with his new wife?
You shouldn't have seen that.
Were you just gonna hide this from us?
I thought it would be better not to know.
Better for who?
For everyone.
You mean for us?
Yes, I was just trying to protect you both.
From what? The truth? We already knew about the divorce.
But this is different.
How is it different?
It's complicated.
Just tell me.
Well, actually, his new wife is my junior at work, and she said she invited me as thanks for everything.
Thanks for what? Taking your husband?
I'm saying it's complicated.
No, it's not. It's just cruel.
These things happen.
No way, not like this.
But of course, I'm not planning to attend the wedding, so don't worry about it anymore.
But that's not the point.
Then what is?
Look, I'm not talking about whether you're attending or not. I want to know what gold-digging snake would do something horrible like this to you.
Gold-digging snake?
You know that's what she is. How long was this going on?
Marcus, please don't get involved in this matter.
We're already involved.
You don't need to be.
They were seeing each other before the divorce, weren't they?
That's not important now.
Of course it is.
What's done is done.
Dad's always been easily influenced by others, and he's weak-willed. I bet it was his new wife who came up with this nasty plan.
Well, yes, you're right. She seems to hate me.
What? Hate you? Why?
Because I was her supervisor.
That's no reason.
Apparently, she sent the invitation just to rub it in my face. But your father and I are divorced now. We're strangers, so there's no point in dwelling on it.
Even if you feel that way, Sarah and I can't just let this go.
What do you mean?
We actually have a plan.
What plan?
Hey, Mom, would it be okay if we attended the wedding?
What?
Sarah and I, both of us.
No, absolutely not.
Actually, I already sent back the RSVP saying we would.
What are you thinking? Why would you do something so reckless?
Because someone needs to stand up for you.
No, Marcus, this isn't your battle.
Yes, it is.
She sent this invitation out of spite. There's no need to go there just to get hurt.
Who said anything about us getting hurt?
Marcus.
We're not gonna get hurt, we're gonna get even.
That's not necessary.
It is necessary. You've protected us our whole lives.
But that's what mothers do.
Mom, Sarah and I are grown adults now. We're healthy and doing well because you saved us. We really care about you.
Marcus, that was my choice, and you don't owe me anything.
Even so, we have to make them pay for hurting our beloved mom. This isn't about owing you, it's about family.
But still.
No buts! Dad and that woman hurt you. That's unforgivable. Sarah even said, leave it to us, and we're going to crush their spirit quick and clean.
Wait a minute. What exactly are you planning to do?
Nothing illegal if that's what you're worried about.
That's not very reassuring.
Don't you trust us?
I trust you. I just worry.
We know our limits.
Do you?
Come on, don't be so suspicious. We're just going to attend their celebration, that's all.
Just attend? Really?
Yeah, just attend, and maybe share some heartfelt memories about our family.
Marcus.
Trust us, Mom, we know what we're doing.
That's exactly what worries me. Please don't do anything rash.
Define rash.
You know what I mean.
Catherine, have you written your response yet?
You seem very invested in my attendance.
Of course I am. You're such an important guest to our wedding.
Am I?
Yes, the most important.
How so?
Of course, the wedding wouldn't be complete without you. The guest of honor.
Really? Is that what you think?
Oh, right. I should probably thank you and apologize.
For what exactly?
For everything you've done. For being such a wonderful mentor.
Is that all?
For teaching me so much.
About what?
Sorry for stealing your husband, you old hag. Though he practically jumped into my arms.
Is that what you think happened?
Want to know how it started?
Not particularly.
It was so easy.
I'm not interested.
I'm going to use you as a stepping stone to my happiness. You should have seen how eager he was to leave you.
Are you done?
Not even close.
This is so childish of you.
Doesn't it burn you up inside, knowing he chose me over you?
Is that why you keep messaging me?
Do you want to know more?
Not really.
I want you to understand completely.
Understand what?
How much better I am than you.
Is that so?
That's why you must come to the wedding. Everyone should see the moment I officially replace you.
Replace me?
In every single way. I'll give him everything you couldn't.
I see.
That hurts, doesn't it? Oh, or are you too bitter to attend?
Yes, I'm not in the mood to attend. That's why my children will go instead.
What? Your children?
My children, yes.
Oh, how interesting. I didn't expect you to use your children as shields.
Actually, they made their own choice to attend.
Sending them to fight your battles?
They make their own decisions.
Using them as weapons?
They're adults.
But then again, maybe you don't feel that attached to them since they're not really yours.
Be quiet.
Did I touch a nerve?
You're crossing a line.
They're just borrowed children, right?
One more word about my children and...
It must be hard raising another woman's children.
Just shut up. Say anything more insulting and I'll take legal action.
Legal action? For what? Telling the truth? They're not your real children, just like I'm your husband's real choice.
Final warning, Rachel.
About what?
You'll regret this.
Haha, how scary. What can you even do?
You'll find out soon enough.
Empty threats.
We'll see.
Well then, I look forward to meeting your children on the big day.
Yes, I'm sure you will.
They probably won't even come.
Don't worry, they will.
Nothing can ruin my perfect day.
Is that what you think happened?
Because Richard and I are meant to be together. Nothing will stop us.
Hello! Once again, congratulations on your marriage!
Huh? Wait, how did you get my contact information?
I asked Dad for it. I hope that's okay.
Who is this?
Oh, sorry. This is Marcus.
Oh, yes, of course it is.
Sorry for the confusion.
No, it's fine.
I really wanted to send you a congratulatory message. Was that inappropriate?
No, not at all. But wait, aren't you angry with me?
Why would I be angry?
You know, because...
Because what?
Well, because of your mom. And everything that happened.
But that's between you and her, isn't it?
So you're not upset?
About what exactly?
About everything?
Why would I be? Adults make their own choices.
Really? You mean that?
Of course!
I'm surprised that you're so mature about this. And I actually had no idea that Richard's son was the famous college model Marcus.
Oh, so you knew about me?
Of course I know. You model with your sister. I couldn't tell because you use a stage name.
Oh, yes, that's for privacy reasons.
You're quite famous. I've followed your work for ages.
Really? Oh, that's flattering.
Every single shoot.
I'm honored.
I'm such a huge fan. I buy every magazine you're in.
Well, that's very kind of you.
Your latest spread was amazing.
You're too generous.
I have all your photo shoots saved.
I'm honored.
But I imagine this marriage situation must be complicated for you.
Oh, don't take it so seriously. I understand Dad's feelings well enough.
You do?
I know that life is complicated.
So you understand?
People change. Feelings change.
That's so understanding of you.
I'm quite practical.
So mature.
I can't deny them, and while I do feel sad, there are actually some good things too.
Good things? Like what?
New beginnings.
What do you mean?
It means I'm getting another mother.
Another mother?
Isn't that what this means?
Well, I hadn't thought.
Though you're so close to my age, you probably don't want a son like me.
No, I'd be honored.
Really?
Of course. I never expected you to be so understanding.
Life is full of surprises, isn't it?
It really is. I was so worried about meeting you.
No need to be worried.
You're so kind.
We're family now.
Yes, we are.
One big happy family.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
Even though we won't be related by family registry or blood, I hope we can become close since fate has brought us together.
Yes, of course. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I'm so relieved. I thought you'd hate me.
Hate is such a strong word. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the main ceremony.
Yes, today is going to be just perfect.
It certainly will be memorable.
Yes, the perfect wedding waiting ahead.
Unforgettable, I'm sure.
I can't wait to tell everyone how supportive you are.
Oh, don't worry. They'll all know exactly how I feel by the end of today.
This means so much to me.
I'm sure it will.
Marcus, what is the meaning of this?
Meaning? I don't understand.
Stop playing innocent.
I just wanted to sincerely congratulate you, that's all.
Don't play innocent with me. The guests are completely misunderstanding everything.
Misunderstanding what exactly?
You know exactly what you did.
All I did was simply share some family memories to everyone.
No, I know you planned all of this. During the reception, you and Sarah suddenly started crying and saying Dad abandoned us because he wanted new children. It's like you're making it seem like Richard forced a divorce just to have kids.
Oh, so you heard about what happened before the ceremony?
Everyone heard it.
Did they?
The whole venue is whispering about it.
About what specifically?
You know what?
When we were greeting the relatives, I just got a bit emotional.
Emotional? You planned this.
Sometimes feelings just overflow.
This was calculated.
When everyone asked why we were invited, I just told the truth.
Your version of the truth.
Is there actually another version of the truth?
You're twisting everything.
But didn't the ceremony go smoothly?
Smoothly? Everyone was whispering.
Were they?
Your sister kept sobbing about losing her father.
She's always been sensitive.
This was planned.
She gets emotional at weddings.
You must be enjoying this.
And you must be busy with reception preparations now, right?
That's not the point.
What is the point?
You've ruined everything. I won't let you forget that funeral atmosphere in the chapel. Because of you, I'm being made out to be the villain.
A villain? Really?
Don't pretend.
I'm just asking.
Your tearful story made me look terrible here. The way you talked about the timeline. Everyone's looking at me differently now.
How are they looking at you?
Like I'm some kind of home wrecker.
Well, aren't you?
What? Explain yourself properly.
Like a villain? Please don't tell me you're stupid enough to say you haven't realized.
Realized what?
Think carefully.
What are you implying?
You're definitely a rotten snake of a woman.
What did you just say to me?
I'm just stating facts.
How dare you?
I was completely shocked. All the guests and relatives thought this was an amicable divorce followed by a new marriage. But the divorce was just 2 months ago. How could you meet, fall in love, and arrange a wedding in such a short time period?
Love doesn't follow a timeline.
That's impossible. You must have been having an affair.
You can't prove that.
The dates don't lie.
Those are just dates.
That's why you made up the lie about Mom and Dad divorcing last year, pretending you met by chance. And you only invited friends and family who wouldn't know the truth. Am I right?
Well, whirlwind romances happen all the time, and nobody remembers exact divorce dates anyway.
Is that so? Well, I actually brought Mom's divorce certificate today.
You what?
The official documentation.
No, you didn't.
It shows exactly when the divorce happened, and I made sure everyone saw it. Oh, and I might have shown your WhatsApp conversations with Mom to your parents, too.
What? How can you do such a thing? That's why the atmosphere was like that. My mom was looking at me with disgust, and my dad wouldn't even make eye contact.
Truth hurts, doesn't it?
You had no right.
No right to tell the truth?
Those were private messages.
They were evidence.
They were already hesitant about me marrying an older man, and I had to convince them to accept it. You've ruined my wedding day. I'll sue you.
Sue me? On what grounds exactly?
Defamation, harassment.
But I just shared the truth with everyone. It's not like I disrupted the ceremony or caused a scene, right? Same goes for my sister. We both didn't do anything wrong. But if you want to sue, we could countersue for defamation.
But I'm the bride.
So what? Really, I can't believe we're in the same 20s. You're so shallow.
I'm not shallow. I'm in love.
But then again, my dad. Richard is the type of man who would marry his mistress, and you're the scum who manipulated him. I guess you deserve each other anyway.
What? Scum? I won't stand for this. Just come back and apologize. And convince everyone.
No way! You invited Mom in the first place, so you should have expected some interference. You reap what you sow. Take responsibility for your own actions. Well, Sarah and I are leaving early, so continue to have fun with your wedding.
Don't mess with me. Hey, you! Come back and apologize. Don't you dare walk away.
Goodbye, stepmother. Enjoy your perfect day.
Hey, Catherine, make those twins come back.
Oh, are you not enjoying your perfect wedding day?
Fix this right now.
Fix what exactly?
This is all you're doing.
I'm merely picking up my children. I'm merely picking up my children. Oh, did I? What makes you say that?
You knew what they were planning.
I said I wouldn't attend the ceremony, but I never said I wouldn't come to the venue.
Why are you here?
To pick up my children.
In the middle of my wedding?
I knew you wouldn't stay quiet if my children did something, given your hot temper. I'm glad I could pick them up before things got too messy.
Before things got messy? They've already ruined everything!
Oh, have they?
Everything is just a mess.
Well, I certainly don't care about that. Now, go enjoy your wedding. Everyone should be waiting. We'll just go for a nice drive now.
How can I enjoy the wedding in this state? The guests are all talking. My parents won't even look at me.
Richard is even talking about canceling the reception because he feels guilty. Really? Guilty about what exactly?
You know what?
Tell me.
Stop pretending you don't know.
I'm not pretending anything.
Your children exposed everything.
Did they?
We're already legally married, but what a terrible start! Are you saying we should live our married life feeling ashamed in front of our parents and everyone else?
But my children didn't lie, and they didn't directly disrupt anything.
They told everyone about the timeline, about when we started seeing each other.
The truth hurts, doesn't it?
It wasn't like that.
In fact, I'm thinking of suing you for damages.
What? Sue me? Why?
You know why.
For what damages?
Isn't it obvious?
There's nothing obvious about it.
It's strange to marry just 2 months after my divorce from Richard, and your WhatsApp messages clearly show you were having an affair.
That was after.
The timestamps say otherwise.
Those messages mean nothing.
They mean everything.
But it's after the divorce, so it shouldn't matter.
No, I can still claim damages even after divorce.
What's ridiculous? You can't do that.
The law says otherwise.
You're bluffing.
You knew he was married when you started dating him, right? So you'll have to pay up. Richard may be good at his job, but he's clueless about legal matters. That's his own fault.
But you can't prove the affair with just words.
Actually, I can. Apparently, Sarah and Marcus gathered quite a bit of information from the guests.
What information?
Your careless bragging.
I never bragged.
You've been sending photos and videos of your dates to friends to create the impression you've been together for a while. But don't you realize that proves you were having an affair? You didn't think about that, did you? We have plenty of evidence to file a lawsuit.
No, I can't believe you'd go this far. Why? I just offered Richard a helping hand. He needed someone. He took it of his own free will. Are you going to stomp all over your ex-husband's feelings?
A helping hand? You mean because you can give Richard his own biological children?
That's right. Because you were infertile, Richard couldn't pass on his genes.
Is that what he told you?
And then you played house accepting adopted twins? It just makes me sick. Don't force your ideals on Richard when you couldn't even have children yourself.
I see. I suppose for a man in his 40s, it might feel like his last chance.
He wants his own children.
Richard does tend to get stuck on conventional ideas, and his heart would waver even after making decisions.
He wanted a real family.
A real family?
Meaning biological children.
Still, both Richard and I put our hearts into raising Marcus and Sarah after adopting them when they were 2. Even in today's diverse society, there's still a lot of prejudice against adoption.
He only stayed out of obligation. Because you guilted him. He never wanted adopted children.
When I found out I couldn't have children even with fertility treatments, I actually offered Richard a divorce at that time.
What? Then why didn't he take it? Why did he stay?
But he didn't choose to leave then. In fact, he was positive about adoption and accepting the twins.
But he was unsatisfied. That's why he eventually divorced you. I could tell he wanted more than that.
Perhaps. Maybe he had some thoughts after Marcus and Sarah became adults and that chapter of parenting ended.
He told me everything.
Though you were quite eager to listen, weren't you?
He confided in me.
But you're the one who tempted him into doing something foolish. So now you'd better stand firm against how everyone sees you.
Shut up, acting so high and mighty. You think you're so perfect. But unlike an old hag like you, I have infinite possibilities. I can give him what you never could. You'll pay for ruining the wedding and insulting me. I'll sue you, your son, and your daughter for damages.
Try if you dare, but I warn you, if you come after my children, you'll definitely regret it.
What, is that a threat?
No, it's a promise. Choose your next moves carefully, Rachel.
You don't scare me.
Then you're not as smart as I thought you were.
Marcus, please help me.
Huh? Who are you?
Stop this. Don't play dumb. You know who I am.
I don't deal with obsessive fans. Please stop bothering me.
That's not it. Don't pretend you've forgotten about me.
I'm quite busy with work.
This is serious.
What is?
Your mother is being horrible.
My mother? What about her?
Just make her stop.
Stop what?
She just won't stop. The lawsuits, the rumors.
Won't stop? That's an interesting way to describe Mom just filing for damages and telling the truth to Dad and your parents.
She's destroying everything.
Is she?
My reputation is ruined.
Ruined by the truth?
People are avoiding me.
Pretty rich of you to blame others for your own misdeeds. Oh, and didn't she also inform the company?
You know what she did.
Did what?
Everyone at work looks at me differently now.
But you haven't been fired or publicly called out, right?
That's not the point. I can barely show my face at the office now.
I thought you'd be prepared for at least this much after what you did.
It's worse than that.
How so?
Because Richard was a client, the rumors are spreading throughout the industry. All my business contacts are avoiding me. And Richard's company president apparently divorced his own wife because of her infidelity.
Oh, really? How interesting.
He's judging us.
And?
The president is treating Richard coldly now. Anyway, everyone's looking at Richard terribly now, and it might even affect his promotion.
Is that so? Well, good luck with that.
Wait, you have to help.
Why should I?
Please, you have to help me. You seemed so understanding at the wedding.
Did I?
You were so kind to me.
Was I?
So please, make your mother stop.
Why should I?
Because we're family now.
Are we?
By marriage.
Are you sure about that?
Why? Why go so far to interfere? You're not even blood related to her, yet you protect each other like this.
Excuse me? Who's not related?
Well, you're adopted, right?
I don't think making me angry is in your best interest right now.
But it's true.
You should choose your next words carefully.
I'm just stating facts.
I've been holding back some photos you sent to your girlfriends because I didn't want to break any laws.
Photos? What photos?
Think carefully.
What are you talking about?
You know, the ones of you kissing Dad and in bed together? The ones with messages about how you stole him?
How did you get those?
Your friends were quite helpful.
They wouldn't.
Unfortunately, they did.
Those were private.
Do you want me to post those online?
No, you wouldn't.
Try me.
You wouldn't dare expose that on the internet.
If I posted under my name as a model, you know it would really blow up.
No one would believe you. You can't do this to me.
Yes, I can.
But that would destroy my life.
I have quite a following, you know. Your face would be exposed, you'd get a digital tattoo that never goes away, people might even find your address.
You can't. That would end my life.
I can't believe you even have those.
It's true that Mom and we aren't blood related. But is blood really that important?
But
Mom took us in when we lost our parents and became a real mother to us. Though things ended badly with Dad, I'm still grateful to him in a way. What matters is feelings. We're a family connected by heart.
But
If you insult us any further, I'll throw away everything I have to make sure you face social consequences.
But aren't I supposed to be like another mother to you?
Looks like you need another reminder of your position.
All right, I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
Are you really?
Yes, please. I apologize for getting so carried away.
Good. But if you're going to apologize, do it properly to Mom. And don't even think about trying to get away with just a text message. Apologize to her directly in person.
I promise I'll apologize in person right away.
Remember, I'll be keeping these photos forever, so think carefully about how you want to live your life.
I understand. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please, just delete those photos.
That depends entirely on your future behavior, doesn't it?
I'll apologize to Catherine properly. I promise.
Good. Don't forget, I'm watching.
I understand. Hey, Rachel came and prostrated herself before me this afternoon. I suspect you had something to do with this, Marcus.
Oh? Did she?
You know something, don't you?
Do I?
She was shaking the whole time.
Was she? How interesting.
Just trembling.
Must have been cold.
She kept apologizing over and over.
Why suspect me first?
Because I know you.
Me? Really?
You always get involved.
I have no idea what you mean.
Marcus,
Yes, Mom?
what did you do to her?
I'm always gentle and well-behaved, aren't I?
Is that something you should say about yourself?
Just being honest.
Tell me the truth.
Well, I just gave her some friendly advice.
Friendly advice that made her shake in fear?
Very friendly advice.
Marcus,
She seemed quite receptive to the advice.
what exactly did you say to her?
Nothing much.
Define nothing. Besides, I know you're the scarier one when it comes to getting angry. That's not something to be proud of.
Then I must take after you, Mom.
Marcus,
Speaking of Rachel,
yes?
I heard from her, but looks like Dad and Rachel are both struggling at work now? That their reputations are in tatters?
So you heard. Isn't it unfortunate for them?
Even affecting business relationships. Mom, how many people did you network with?
Nothing special. I just shared the truth as casual conversation.
Casual conversation that destroyed their reputation?
Just sharing facts.
With everyone?
Just with interested parties.
How many interested parties exactly?
Just a few key people.
Really? A few?
I mean, as your mother, I couldn't hold back if she was going to cause trouble for you or Sarah. I'm a pacifist, but when I act, I go all the way. That's my motto.
A pacifist who systematically dismantled their lives?
They did that to themselves.
You always protect us so fiercely.
Yes, I always will.
No matter what?
Of course I do.
Even after all this?
Always.
Mom, you always think of us first. Even now, after all these years.
Because you're my children.
But, Mom,
What is it?
you know, sometimes, just sometimes, I do wish I could have been born from your womb.
Oh, Marcus.
Then possibly none of this would have happened.
No, you don't have to think like that.
But it's true.
No, it's not.
Maybe then Dad wouldn't have felt lingering regrets and done something so stupid. I wonder if we became a burden to you.
Don't be ridiculous. You were never a burden at all.
But because of us.
No matter how you came to be, you're my son. You and Sarah are my greatest joy. What matters is the heart. I love you both with all my heart.
Even though we caused you pain.
You've never caused me pain.
But the divorce!
It wasn't your fault. What else could we possibly need?
Just us?
Yes, just us. That's all we need.
Mom. Yeah, you're right. I'm so happy to be your son, to be family with you.
And I'm proud to be your mother.
Even if we caused all this drama?
Especially because you stood up for what's right.
We'll always protect you, Mom.
Rumors have a funny way of spreading. The story of how Rachel had an affair with a married man and stole him away circulated throughout the business community. As the victim, I wasn't affected much, but Rachel, being the other woman, and Richard, who abandoned his family of many years for adoption, became quite notorious for this incident. Rachel couldn't handle the pressure and quickly resigned. Until the very end, she kept begging, please don't expose everything, clearly terrified of something. Richard desperately clings to his position, not wanting to lose his job, but when I caught a glimpse of him during a client visit recently, he had become shockingly thin, almost unrecognizable. He once asked me to reconcile, but I immediately blocked his number and just rejected all his calls. I'm not lonely at all being with my wonderful daughter and son. And lately, they've been especially attentive to me, so I don't have time to dwell on the past at all.
A low-class person from a single-parent family coming for a marriage meeting at my house? If I had known, I would never have given permission. Get out now!
What? Are you Kevin's father, Mr. Thompson? Why are you sending these messages?
Who else would I be? My son showed me how to contact you. And yes, I'm sending messages because I don't want to see your face. To think my son would bring someone like you into our home. Who do you think you're fooling with that innocent act?
I'm sorry, but I really don't understand what's happening.
Your kind doesn't belong in my house.
I don't understand. Is something wrong? Have I done something to offend you?
Everything about you is offensive. A council member's son with someone from your background? What would people think?
My background? What exactly about my background concerns you?
I won't have someone from your background contaminating my household. Do you know how many important people visit this house? What would they think if they knew?
Knew about what exactly? I've always been honest about who I am. I really don't understand what's happening. We haven't even met properly.
And we never will. I won't acknowledge you. How dare you try to climb the social ladder using my son?
I don't understand. Your son and I have been dating for months.
Months of deception? Each day you spent with him was an insult to our family.
He's always been supportive and understanding.
I had to practically force him to tell me the truth about you.
Force him? What do you mean? Did you pressure him somehow?
A father has the right to protect his family. He finally admitted everything about your shameful background.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me. He finally told me the truth about your background. I had to hear it from him because you were hiding it.
Hiding? I've never hidden anything about my background from him.
The audacity to keep lying! You deliberately deceived us all! A proper family would have disclosed everything immediately!
I really haven't hidden anything. What exactly do you think I've been hiding?
Your shameful background! Did you think I wouldn't find out about your family situation? Did you think you could fool everyone forever?
But there's nothing shameful about my background.
What's this? I hear you're from a single-parent home! Where are you now? I saw your shoes at the entrance. How dare you still be in my house? Just get out!
I'm in your son's room right now. He said I should join the family dinner today. Though he's not here right now because his mother called him.
That's not important. Just leave immediately! You dare to make yourself comfortable in my house. In my son's room, no less. You think you can just waltz into our home like you belong here?
But your son invited me here. He said everyone was looking forward to meeting me.
You have no right to be in this house. No right to be anywhere near my son. Every second you spend here insults our family name.
Listen, isn't it rather rude to suddenly tell me to leave? If you had issues with me, you could have said so during the formal meeting.
How could I say that in front of my son? Why didn't you tell us you were from a single-parent home?
As I said, I haven't hidden anything about my background.
There you go again with your excuses. You should have announced it immediately. A proper family would have mentioned it right away.
I didn't hide anything. I told your son right from the start that my mother passed away from illness. I assumed he had told you.
Liar! My son would never hide things from us. Don't try to blame this on my son. He knows better than to keep secrets from his family. Do you think I'm foolish enough to fall for your deceptions?
I'm not trying to deceive anyone. I've always been honest about my family.
Honest? You're anything but honest. You've been planning this from the start. Save your excuses. You're not worthy of my son.
Thompson, I understand you're concerned about me being from a single-parent home. But your wife has already started preparing dinner, hasn't she? If I leave now, wouldn't that waste her cooking? Could I at least check with her first?
Thinking about food at a time like this? No need to check. She hasn't prepared anything for you anyway.
What?
You heard me. There was never going to be dinner for you.
But your son specifically invited me.
My son was too naive. He didn't understand what you really are.
What exactly do you think I am?
A deceiver, a social climber. Someone who doesn't know their place. Why don't you go to the kitchen? You'll understand your place then. Oh, and since I don't want to see the face of someone like you, if you have anything to say, just message me.
Your wife said there's no food for someone from a single-parent home, and you gave me rotten vegetables. What's the meaning of this?
It means exactly what you think. You're not welcome here. Did you expect a feast? You don't deserve our good food.
But these vegetables, they're completely spoiled.
There's no proper food for low-class people. If you're so eager to eat with us, you can have those rotten vegetables.
I see. So this was planned.
Of course it was planned. Did you think we'd welcome someone like you? Did you really think you could fool us forever? Did you think we'd welcome you with open arms? Finally catching on? Your kind doesn't deserve fresh ingredients.
These vegetables, they look like they were deliberately left to rot. By the way, where did you get these vegetables from?
Why do you care about rotten vegetables? Planning to complain about the quality? Looking to cause more trouble? Not that someone like you would understand, but these vegetables are from Green Acres Farm, which supplies to famous restaurants. You should be grateful.
Green Acres Farm vegetables? Such a prestigious supplier.
Huh? What's with that reaction? Are you mocking me?
Wow, thank you so much. Green Acres Farm is so exclusive. Their produce is really hard to get. This is amazing! Can I use your kitchen? These need to be cooked to be edible.
What? Have you lost your mind? What kind of game are you playing? Are you insane? These vegetables are garbage! Are you pretending to be grateful now? As expected of someone low class, you'd even eat rotten food! Why struggle when it's already spoiled?
These vegetables still have value, even if you don't see it. A skilled chef can work with ingredients others might waste.
Value? They're just garbage. Just like you. Stop acting like you know anything about fine ingredients. You're really starting to irritate me with this attitude. How dare you act superior when you're nothing but trash? You're as worthless as those rotten vegetables.
But putting this to waste is...
Fine. If you're going to act tough, let's see how far you'll take this. Oh, but there's one condition.
What kind of condition?
You want to prove something? Then let's make it interesting. Let's see if you're really as skilled as you pretend to be. You can use any seasonings and utensils in the kitchen, but here's the condition. Bring whatever you make here. We'll eat my wife's cooking, but you'll have to eat your dish made from rotten vegetables right in front of us.
Understood.
That's it? No complaints? No begging? Not going to ask for better ingredients? You're not going to cry and apologize?
No complaints. I'll make good use of what you've given me. I'll show you what these good vegetables can become.
Huh! We'll see how long you can keep up this brave act. You'll make yourself sick and regret this stubbornness. You'll give up soon enough. People like you always do. Don't come crying when you can't make anything edible.
Rachel, do you have a moment? I need your expert opinion. Do you think these vegetables are still edible if I cooked them?
Sarah, of course. I always have time for you. What's going on? You never message me these days unless something's wrong.
Actually, I'm at my fiancé's house right now. I don't want to bother you, but I really need your advice.
You're never a bother. What's happened? Are you okay? You sound worried.
I'm sending you some photos now.
These photos? What happened to these vegetables? They're in terrible condition. Wait, where did you get these? These look deliberately spoiled.
They're pretty bad, aren't they? But I noticed something interesting about them. The quality seems very high despite the condition. I need your farming expertise. Your family's farm experience might help here.
Just tell me what's going on. I'm getting worried. These aren't normal spoiled vegetables.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I really need your opinion on their quality.
The lettuce might be okay if you cook the core. The leaves look too far gone. The carrots, the center part seems salvageable. But Sarah, why do you have vegetables in this state? This isn't like you at all.
Thanks for looking. I know it's a bit sudden. I appreciate your expert eye.
Stop deflecting. Something's clearly wrong. You're avoiding my questions. Something's not right here. You're always so particular about ingredient quality. This isn't about the vegetables, is it? These vegetables, they're really poorly maintained. It's strange to see produce in this state. But actually, despite being spoiled, these look like high-quality produce. I'm still wondering why they're like this. High quality but spoiled? That makes even less sense. Someone deliberately ruined good produce, didn't they?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Wait a minute. These aren't just any vegetables. I recognize the quality. The quality is obvious even in this condition. Where did you get them?
You noticed too? That's why I wanted your opinion. Your farming background really helps here. As expected from a farmer's daughter, you spotted it right away. Actually... Well, I'm at my fiancé's house. His father just found out I'm from a single-parent home, and they gave me these rotten vegetables instead of dinner.
They what? Are you serious? They did what to my best friend? That's horrible harassment. They've gone too far. How dare they treat you like this? Who do they think they are?
And there's more to it. The father-in-law says these are from Green Acres. You know about Green Acres, right?
Green Acres? That exclusive supplier? Wait, the most prestigious farm in the region? Something's not adding up here. Those vegetables cost a fortune. Green Acres has the strictest quality control in the region. These vegetables wouldn't rot like this unless they were really badly managed.
You're right. That's what I thought too. Even spoiled, you can tell they're premium produce quality. It's rare to see vegetables in this state. They must not respect food at all.
This makes me so angry. Do you know how hard farmers work to maintain this quality? They deliberately wasted premium produce. I can't believe they deliberately let Green Acres vegetables rot just to humiliate you.
I know. That's what makes me the angriest. Watching them waste food like this. My father taught me to never waste food.
They're going to regret this. No one treats my friend like this. This is totally unacceptable, giving my best friend rotten food. Disrespecting food and being cruel. I won't stand for it. Just tell me what you need me to do.
I appreciate your anger, but I need to handle this carefully. I don't want to escalate things yet.
What are you saying? Carefully? They don't deserve careful. They've already crossed the line.
But...
No buts. They're getting cocky, aren't they? Let's teach them a good lesson. I'll help you. Nobody treats my friend like this.
As expected from an ex-rebel, your motto is, if they hit you, hit back, isn't it?
Of course! That's my way of justice.
Your protective side is showing.
You know me too well. Someone needs to stand up to these people. And don't try to calm me down. This isn't just about you anymore. This is about basic human decency.
Rachel.
People who get too full of themselves just keep escalating if you don't put them in their place early. Besides, aren't you angry too?
Yes, I am angry. Not just about being disrespected, but I can't understand how they can waste food like this. These vegetables, farmers put their heart into growing them. Premium ingredients treated like garbage. I won't forgive them. I'll make sure to honor these vegetables by cooking them properly.
This isn't possible! That can't be from those vegetables! It smelled good! Too good! What kind of trick is this? Answer me! What did you cook? What did you use? No one can make rotten food smell that good! You used other ingredients without permission, you thief! I'll call the police!
I did no such thing. The dish I served was made only from the rotten vegetables you gave me. I just used your seasonings as permitted. Every ingredient came from what you provided.
Don't lie to me! You must have smuggled in fresh ingredients! What did you bring into my kitchen? You're hiding something! Don't lie to me! It smelled like something delicious!
Yes, it did smell good, didn't it? Amazing what proper cooking can do. Proper technique can transform ingredients. That's still just the vegetables you gave me.
Impossible! You're lying! You must have snuck in other ingredients. You smuggled in fresh vegetables. There's no way those rotten vegetables could be cooked like that. It's impossible. You couldn't make such a dish just with rotten vegetables.
Actually, it is possible. Would you like me to explain my cooking process? I can walk you through exactly what I did. I can explain what I did with each vegetable.
More lies from you! Stop trying to fool me! You're just trying to cover your tracks. Stop trying to be clever.
Actually, I have a friend whose family runs a farm. She helped me identify which parts were still usable. However, since there was still a risk of food poisoning, I made sure to cook everything thoroughly. Every part that could be saved was used properly.
What? A farming friend? More lies! Now you expect me to believe you have farming connections? More of your deceptions. You're making this up. No one can cook rotten food.
Every ingredient has potential if you know how to use it. Years of cooking help you see value others miss.
And you actually let my son take a bite of it! How dare you feed it to my son! You fed rotten vegetables to your own fiancé?
Your son is an adult who can make his own choices. He chose to try it himself. I didn't force him to eat anything.
You're trying to poison him! This is attempted murder! You're poisoning him! He's only eating it because you tricked him!
He asked to try it, so I let him. I never suggested he should eat it. He made his own decision.
You manipulative schemer!
Oh, are you worried about a councilman's delicate stomach? That's rich, considering how poorly you manage food. Premium ingredients wasted just to prove a point.
What did you just say? Watch your tone! You dare criticize me? Watch your tongue! Just shut up! Don't talk back!
Could you please stop trying to intimidate me by yelling? If you think I'll back down just because you're being aggressive, you're very wrong. I'm angry about this. Your behavior has been completely unacceptable.
You dare to be angry after I let you use my kitchen? You should be thanking me! You should be grateful I even allowed you in! You have no right to be angry! Know your place! Huh, what's wrong with calling low-class people what they are? You need to learn your place. Don't forget who you're talking to!
What?
Listen here, single-parent households are abnormal because they only have one parent instead of two. That means they only have half the common sense. It's simple mathematics. You can't argue with facts. Don't you understand? You're defective. Single parents are poor, and poor people have poor minds and no common sense. We don't need to treat people without common sense with respect.
Well, that's not why I'm angry. Your prejudice isn't my concern.
What? Still not listening? How dare you dismiss my words?
Your ignorance about single-parent families is your own problem. You can think whatever you want about me. Your prejudice doesn't affect my worth. Yes, your words about single parents are unforgivable, but that's your prejudice and values. I can't change that. But you let those vegetables rot. You'll face consequences for disrespecting food that farmers worked hard to grow.
What? Consequences over vegetables? Are you threatening me over some vegetables? What are you talking about? Vegetables are replaceable. Just buy more.
No, that attitude is exactly the problem. You don't understand the value of food at all. Each vegetable is unique, and farmers put their heart and soul into growing them. Every ingredient deserves respect. Treating them as disposable is unforgivable. The vengeance of wasted food is terrible. Just be prepared.
Why are you the head chef at this restaurant? This isn't a job for someone from a single-parent home. What trick is this? Just answer me. Why are you here?
Well, hello, Mr. Thompson. Usually I don't come out to greet customers, but since I knew you were dining here today, I wanted to thank you directly for your continued patronage. I was wondering when you'd notice. I've been waiting for this moment.
This must be some kind of mistake. There has to be an explanation. You can't be the chef here. This restaurant is too prestigious.
I hope you've been enjoying our cuisine.
Stop mocking me. This isn't possible. You're lying about being the chef. Someone like you couldn't be in charge here. Don't mess with me. How long have you been here? When did you start working? This restaurant is always used for political meetings. It's a councilman's go-to place. We hold important meetings here. The food is excellent. It's not an environment where someone like you could work. Have you been here this whole time? And you've been cooking our food? All those important dinners?
You seem confused about this, so let me clarify something for you. Perhaps I should explain more clearly. About that, would you like to know something interesting? You think I just work here? Actually, I own this restaurant. I'm the owner.
What? You own it? A single parent's child? That's impossible! Stop with these ridiculous lies! This place is too high class. Impossible! You're lying again! A single parent child like you couldn't own this place. Someone like you couldn't possibly...
As you know, I lived with just my father. We weren't particularly poor, but I didn't want to depend on him forever, so after high school, I trained at restaurants. I worked my way up in this field from the bottom. I wanted to make my own way in life. Every position earned through hard work. I worked hard for every opportunity I got. I've been in the industry for over 10 years now, and yes, I proudly own this establishment.
What, for 10 years? But you're so young! You can't possibly have that much experience! You expect me to believe this? No one achieves this so young!
I know. Quite impressive, isn't it?
You mean I've been eating food made by someone from a single-parent home?
Yes, that's right. Every dish. Every single meal you've enjoyed here for quite some time now. All prepared under my direction. How was it? I hear from the floor staff that you always clean your plate. You particularly enjoy our seasonal specials, I'm told. You've been one of our most loyal customers. I'm quite proud that my cooking has satisfied such a discerning palate.
You, all this time.
I'm glad that food made by someone low class suited your taste. And the other council members? Well,
You've been deceiving us all along! You've made fools of us! We trusted this restaurant. That's right, you caused trouble by saying unnecessary things!
Trouble? I'm not sure what you mean. I've just been doing my job. Providing quality food is my responsibility.
Don't play innocent. You knew who dined here. Now everyone knows I called you low class. There are council members from opposing factions at these dinners. You planned this. This was your scheme all along. Do you realize what you've done? What if they use this against me?
Oh, now you're concerned about appearances and reputation? Suddenly worried about your image? How interesting. Interesting how quickly your attitude changes. Well, perhaps you shouldn't make statements that could be used against you. I was just concerned. What if a council member who shares your prejudice against single parents didn't like my cooking?
You schemer! This was your plan? You did this on purpose! You planned this from the start! I'm being accused of harassment because of you! Take it back immediately!
Take what back? Which part would you like me to retract? That I'm from a single-parent home? That you insulted me? That you gave me rotten vegetables? Would you like me to list everything you've said and done? Should I tell everyone exactly how you treated me? Besides, taking it back would be lying. I can't lie to our important customers. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to return to the kitchen and cook.
Hey, this isn't over! Wait! Don't you dare walk away! What's with all these things happening one after another? Breaking off the engagement and demanding compensation? Have you lost your mind? This must be some kind of joke! You can't seriously expect this! Why should I pay compensation for a broken engagement?
You've received the legal notice, I see. I was wondering when you'd get it. The documents outline everything clearly.
This is extortion! You're trying to blackmail me! After everything else you've done, how dare you demand money from me?
It's not extortion, it's legal compensation. The law is quite specific about this. Compensation can be claimed if there's fault during an engagement period. Everything is being done legally. The law is quite clear on this.
There was no fault. My son didn't do anything wrong. He's completely innocent in this. You're the one who deceived us.
Would you like me to enumerate his faults? Shall I list what he did wrong? Would you like a detailed explanation?
You can't prove anything. You're just trying to extort money from us.
He approved of your harassment and didn't defend me, did he? Instead of supporting his future partner, he stood by and just did nothing. He just watched silently as you insulted me. He knew about your prejudice and said nothing about it. He chose to stay silent through all of it. The engagement is broken because of the harassment and his silent approval, so I'm claiming compensation. His inaction makes him complicit. You said you didn't want to approve the marriage anyway, so this should work out for you, right?
This is ridiculous! You're just after our money! You're showing your true colors! As expected from someone of your background, I absolutely won't pay for this! Not even a single cent! I agree to breaking the engagement, but I won't pay money to someone like you! You should be grateful we even considered you. You should be thanking us! This was a privilege for someone like you! You're just trying to extort money with false accusations!
False accusations? That's an interesting choice of words. Would you like me to be more specific about these false accusations? Should I share the evidence? My lawyer already has copies of your messages and recordings of our subsequent interactions.
What recordings? You recorded me? You're bluffing!
Would you like me to refresh your memory about what you said? Shall I quote your exact words? About single parents having half the common sense? About how poor people have poor minds?
You actually recorded everything? Every conversation? That's illegal!
Did you really think I wouldn't prepare myself after you sent those insulting messages and gave me rotten vegetables? I learned to document everything. I'm not that naive. I was ready for the harassment and insults when you ordered me to cook.
You can't use those! No court would accept them! That's illegal!
Actually, it's not. My lawyer assures me it's perfectly legal. Every message, every word. Everything is admissible. My lawyer says we have a strong case for compensation. If you don't like it, we can go to court. But as a local councilman, you wouldn't want that kind of publicity, would you?
What? You're threatening me again? More blackmail!
No, I'm just giving you options. No threats. Pay the compensation or go to court. The choice is yours.
You scheming little... You think you're so clever? Damn, you're trying to back me into a corner! You think you can manipulate me? But I haven't fallen so low that I'd lose to someone like you! You've made a big mistake! You'll regret standing up to me!
Hey Rachel, I wanted to ask, is it trendy right now to make prank reservations and cancel them last minute at restaurants?
Huh? I haven't heard anything like that. It was a thing a while back, and we lawyers had to get involved, but not recently. That's an odd question. What's going on? You never ask about trends without a reason.
Just wondering if there's something I should know about. I'm seeing an unusual pattern. The cancellations are getting concerning.
Sarah! What's happening? Something's wrong at the restaurant, isn't it? I know that tone in your messages.
I see. Then this is definitely targeted harassment. Their tactics are so petty.
What? Harassment? Tell me everything. Don't hold back any details. What's going on? Did you get cancellations?
It's getting complicated. The situation is escalating. Remember all those political dinners we host? You know how my restaurant is popular with council members for their meetings and business dinners?
Yeah? What about them?
Well, lately, all these supposedly council member reservations are being canceled at the last minute. And always right before service.
All council member reservations? All of them? That can't be a coincidence. This is clearly targeted. How many reservations are we talking about?
It started with just a few. Almost every political group that used to be regulars. Even groups that barely know Thompson.
Thompson? Of course. This definitely sounds like him. I mean, Councilman Thompson's doing.
I think so too. I expected that people close to Thompson wouldn't come anymore, but I didn't realize council members were so interconnected.
He's using his influence. How could he do this to you?
The timing is suspicious, isn't it? Ever since our confrontation about the compensation, everything was fine until that. His influence runs deeper than I thought. We can survive without politician customers, but these last-minute cancellations, the food just goes to waste.
No! He's wasting food again! This guy is unbelievable! He really knows how to hit where it hurts!
He remembered how angry I was about the vegetables. He's using what he learned about me. If they'd cancel in advance, we wouldn't waste ingredients. The fact that they're deliberately canceling at the last minute shows how malicious this is.
Then we need to send a message back. Time to fight fire with fire. Dealing with politicians is tricky, but I can't stand watching them walk all over you. Let's fight back.
Fight back? What do you actually have in mind? Because I don't want to punish or involve any other customers.
Oh, Sarah, you're thinking too small. We need to think bigger, much bigger. The best way to handle this is to get public opinion on our side. Just leave everything to me. I've got connections.
Hey, you! What's with that internet article? Aren't you ashamed of trying to gain public sympathy?
Ah, hello, Mr. Thompson. I see the article has caught your attention.
You know exactly what you did.
I simply gave an interview. The press approached me. We've been having a lot of last-minute cancellations lately, and it's been quite troublesome. When they asked to interview me about this issue affecting the restaurant industry, I agreed. The waste of food was particularly concerning. It seems the article has gotten quite a bit of attention.
You're manipulating the media!
Manipulating? I just told my own story. Just speaking about my experiences. I simply shared common industry concerns and my story as a restaurant owner.
Stop this immediately! It's disgraceful!
Why are you so worried about this article? I'm afraid I don't understand. What's disgraceful about discussing restaurant industry challenges? Many restaurant owners face similar issues. Why should I stop just because our restaurant was featured in an article? How does this affect you in any way? Unless there's something you're worried about.
It's unsightly! A person from a single-parent home trying to gain public sympathy through publicity stunts? A person like you shouldn't be in the media! Someone of your background. You're beneath us! Know your place! It makes my skin crawl. It's unpleasant, so just stop it right now!
But my background has nothing to do with the article. The story is about food waste. If it's unpleasant, you can simply choose not to read the articles. No one is forcing you to read about my experiences. I only shared my concerns about last-minute cancellations in the interview. I didn't mention any customer information or point fingers at anyone. Everything I said was factual. And the public seems interested about this issue. I'm not causing anyone trouble. In fact, thanks to that article, the restaurant is fully booked again. New customers are very supportive. Interesting how public sympathy works, isn't it? And I have no intention of taking down the article. It's my declaration of war against whoever's behind these harassment tactics.
You declare war?
The article has brought in many new customers, helping diversify our clientele. I bet whoever was trying to cause trouble with the cancellations must be quite frustrated now. 'Cause our business is better than ever. Funny how things work out sometimes. After all, their actions ended up benefiting the restaurant.
You think you're so clever? Damn, don't get cocky!
I'm not being cocky, but I am feeling pretty good. I'm just running my business, managing my restaurant. It's nice to see justice work naturally, because I'm sure karma will catch up to anyone who's been canceling reservations at my restaurant.
Huh? What are you talking about? This is outrageous! Writing such a slanderous article, this is defamation! I'll sue you! You've gone too far this time!
Have you consulted with your lawyers about that? They might have interesting insights. Well, I didn't write the article, so complaining to me won't help at all. The journalists did their own research. Besides, regarding defamation, the new article only mentions that many of the canceled reservations seem to be from council members. There's no personally identifiable information. Everything is carefully documented, and 80% of the article is just my personal interview.
Interview? Don't play dumb! You talked about our family too! You're destroying our family reputation!
Really? Did I? Let me think. I was just being thorough in my responses. Oh, they asked me to share my life story, so I did. I told them about losing my mother to illness, training after high school, opening my restaurant, and having a fiancé from a political family. All public information, really. But unfortunately, the engagement ended, so I'm focusing on my work now. Did I say anything strange? Everything I mentioned is factual. I just answered questions about my life. Claiming defamation for that is quite a stretch. Please calm down.
Shut up! You gave those answers maliciously! I won't forgive this. You deliberately mentioned the political family part. You knew exactly what you were doing.
Maliciously? I simply told the truth. Would you prefer I had lied? If you have any complaints, you should talk to the writer who wrote the article, because they're the ones who turned my interview into an article.
Hey, you're the one behind that internet article. You orchestrated this.
Hello, good day to you. This is Oak and Associates Law Office. I'm Rachel Oak. May I ask who's calling?
I know who you are, and you should know exactly who I am. I don't need to introduce myself, just take down that internet article. The writer said you requested it.
Ah, so this is a personal call. I was confused because this is the law office's consultation line. From the situation, I'm guessing this is Councilman Thompson. Regarding the article, we won't be taking it down. If you want it removed, please submit a formal takedown request. Though I don't actually have the authority to remove it anyway.
I know you orchestrated everything. That's why I'm contacting you directly.
Well, removing such a widely read article would require substantial justification. It's also a matter of revenue for the writer. Have you considered why the article resonated with so many people? The public seems quite interested in stories about abuse of power.
I know what you're doing!
Would you like to discuss this legally?
Damn, I'll make you regret messing with me! You have no idea who you're dealing with. I have connections. I know important people. You're finished. I'll destroy your law firm.
Are you actually trying to threaten a lawyer? Is that a declaration of war? Well, fine by me. You're making this very interesting. I've been waiting for this moment, you know. Do your worst. I'm a lawyer who fights with the law as my weapon. I accept your challenge. My, Mr. Thompson. Quite the social media storm you're in. Are you holding up okay? Your name is trending. Having a rough week? The media coverage is quite extensive. The public response has been quite overwhelming, hasn't it?
You're behind this too. This is all you're doing. You orchestrated all of this. Damn you, this is all your fault. You planned this from the start. Make it stop. You have to make it stop. The phones won't stop ringing. Emails are flooding in. We can't handle it all. Everyone's attacking me. We can't function. This is interference with public duties. Aren't you ashamed as a lawyer?
Ashamed? I haven't made any harassing calls or emails. I haven't violated any laws. Everything is perfectly legal. This is all self-inflicted, isn't it? After all, you were the mastermind behind the restaurant cancellation scheme. Your own actions caused this. The public simply responded to the truth. Not to mention all the workplace harassment and sexual harassment of government employees. Once these facts became public, it's natural for people to react strongly.
But those were all confidential matters. No one was supposed to know. How did this get out? This has never happened before. Someone must have betrayed me. And with such detailed evidence, how is this possible?
Well, I did my homework. Very thorough research.
What do you mean, research?
Let me explain something interesting. Didn't you find it strange, Mr. Thompson, how a lawyer like me could commission internet articles? Didn't you wonder about my connections? Weren't you curious about my reach? And how I got multiple related articles published so quickly? That's not normally possible, is it?
You must be threatening the writers. You're using illegal methods.
No, I'm not you. Actually, there's a simple explanation to this. My past is quite interesting. You see, I used to be a rebel in my younger days.
A rebel? What does that have to do with anything? What are you trying to say?
Let me be clearer then. You see, I have connections. Which means I have lots of friends, more like family, really. People who know how to find things out. And while I've moved on, the media company that published those articles, it was actually founded by me and my old crew. So they're pretty willing to help when I ask. You know how it is. We've been watching you for a while, monitoring your activities.
What? How is this possible? An ex-rebel who founded a company and became a lawyer? What kind of background is this? What kind of connections do you have?
It's more like my friends wanted someone with legal expertise when they started the company, so I became a founding member. I don't handle operations, but I sometimes review articles for legal issues. That's why they were comfortable giving out my contact information as a point of contact. Oh, and I've reviewed all the articles about the cancellation situation. They're legally airtight. You won't be able to get them taken down on legal grounds. We're not that sloppy.
This can't be happening!
Surprised? Life takes interesting turns. We rebels are quite resourceful.
Damn! Why? Why would you go so far for that woman? What's your stake in this?
Isn't it obvious? We would do anything for our friends. That's what rebels are about. And you picked the wrong person to harass. Now face the consequences of messing with one of our own.
You think you're untouchable because you're a lawyer? I still have influence. I can still destroy you. Don't get cocky, you upstart lawyer. I'll sue you. I know plenty of lawyers. I'll make sure you never practice law again.
Go ahead and try. I welcome the challenge. Because you're the one who's going down anyway.
Why am I being sued for extortion? I'm the one doing the suing. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Well, your previous messages and statements were quite incriminating. We could easily make a case for extortion and defamation. You've hired a good lawyer, but I'm also a professional. An ex-rebel. My motto is never back down from a fight. So, let's take this all the way, shall we? Though you're at a massive disadvantage.
I haven't hired any inexperienced lawyers. My legal team is top-notch. They've never lost a case. You can't win.
They are formidable opponents, I'll give you that. But I don't need to fight them.
Backing down already? Afraid to face real lawyers?
You really don't understand your situation, do you?
What?
You'll see soon enough. Impressive, Mr. Thompson, as expected of a council member. The media coverage is on a different level. Your face is all over the news. How does it feel having reporters surrounding your workplace and home?
Make it stop! You have to make it stop! I can't even leave my house!
Once your harassment, cancellation scheme, and other misdeeds went public through those articles, the media wasn't going to ignore such a juicy story. They're quite thorough in their investigation.
This isn't how it was supposed to be! This isn't what was supposed to happen! I was respected! I had power! Why am I being hounded by the media like a criminal?
You still don't understand? Because that's exactly what you did. Your actions have consequences. Have you seen the news? More victims are coming forward every day. Public opinion has completely turned against you, and they're fully supporting the victims. As a council member, you should know the scariest thing in the world is clear-cut public moral outrage. People believe that justice should always triumph over evil. In other words, they think it's okay to punish those who do bad things. There's nothing scarier than mob justice once it starts rolling.
Please, you have to help me. My career is ruined. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I won't do anything else. Please just make all this stop.
Now you want forgiveness? After everything you've done? You know, my family runs a farm, so when I saw those rotten vegetables, I understood exactly how carelessly you managed food. That showed your true character. Once something's rotten, it can't be restored. Just like your reputation. That's why I don't trust your words or accept your apology. It wasn't just the vegetables that were rotten, it was you.
I hear the Thompson family is being pursued by the media, and now they're facing a class action lawsuit from harassment victims. After losing credibility, Mr. Thompson lost his political faction battles and his position as a council member. His re-election chances are now hopeless. Since he was the main breadwinner, the family is struggling financially. Ex-fiancé couldn't abandon his parents when they begged him for help, so he went down with them. As for me, I managed to get the compensation, and now I'm busier than ever. The publicity from this incident spread the restaurant's reputation, and we're flooded with reservations from regular customers. I'm a bit embarrassed about being known as the chef who never wastes food, but our sales are doing well. I'm using the profits to start an initiative supporting single-parent families. After Rachel helped me through this, I realized I want to be someone who can support struggling families and children.